There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kalan from White Glove Models, and welcome back to another Monday live stream. So glad to have everybody here with us. So far, it looks like we've got Muse is in the house, and Ross from Scale Model Ninja, Scale Model Muse, and saying morning, and Muse saying good morning, or Ross saying good morning, and I'm saying good morning to each other. I do have a lot of fun stuff kind of planned. I've got about 4 hours this morning to kind of get a few things planned for the live build. So first, I'm just going to pop through chat real quick, say hello to everybody. And you've got me saying hi to everybody, and hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Monday. And Bergdus is in. Hello, Bergdus. Evening, y'all. And Eric from Rascals Hobbies is in the house. And we also have Linda from Card Diva. So for those of you that, most of you probably, nobody knows this, but Linda is my mother, and she is a wonderful, wonderful lady. Thank you for joining us. We have Kevin from KX4 Gaming and Models in the house, got his copy ready. And Top is in the house from Buckman's Model Mania as well. And me saying hi to everybody. Steve is in the house, the Maker's Cave. Evening or afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Steve. I'm very, very glad that you're here. I wanted to do a video at some point. Steve has sent me he was very kind to actually send me for free his lighting setup that he offers for the Eleanor, for the front bumper, for the lights up there. And I don't really have a way of testing it yet and hooking it up. I haven't installed them yet, but I will be doing a video soon, and then giving a full tutorial, not really a tutorial, but more of just a demonstration of those lights working. If you're curious about checking out those lights, you can head over to the Maker's Cave. He did a full video on the lights and the little mod that he created for the Eleanor, or the Gone in 60 Seconds Mustang. And to be honest, it's a much needed kit. These extra lights are, because without them, to me, the car just looks funky when it's not, when those lights aren't lit up. So head over to the Maker's Cave and check out his video on that. And you can also order those lights. He does produce them and sell them, and you can always email him or get in touch. He has I think it's still the Maker's Cave on eBay, where you can also purchase those in his store. So there's definitely something I will be showing you guys here eventually on the Eleanor when I get back to working on that, which should be fairly soon. I had mentioned about a new way of keeping my coffee warm for the entire live stream. And for Christmas a few years ago, my wife's family got me this wonderful Yeti coffee mug. And I usually use this when I'm at work or going, out and about. And it keeps my coffee very warm for a very long time. So just a wonderful thought to use this instead of just my standard coffee mug, because by the time I get to my coffee, usually during a video or live stream, it's always cold. So here's to warm coffee. Oh man, that is delicious. So yeah, he was just saying he'll go through, Kevin's saying he'll go through a whole pot during the stream. John Paul's in the house. Hi all. John, it's always wonderful to have you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And not really having a good day. Yeah, I understand that, buddy. I hope things improve, and I'll keep you in my prayers. Maker's Cave, Steve is saying, yep, in the cave building, what could be better? That's awesome. Maker's Cave also has a brand new cave, which I'm very jealous of, because he has so much space now available to him to create all the different things that they do over at the Maker's Cave. And Mrs. Maker's Cave also does a lot of different projects and stuff to help with keeping their site up and running. So that's really awesome. And Kenny from HobbyLink International is in the house. If you are a HobbyLink International Facebook member, you are no longer. Kenny, I'm just going to do a quick pitch here about it. Kenny has chosen to basically just wash the entire Facebook out of the picture, which is understandable. And so if you would like to stay in touch with HobbyLink International, you can always do that on the website, HobbyLinkInternational.com, or you can become a member of the community or forum, which I, as well as many of my friends that are watching today, are members of the HobbyLink International forum. And what you do is you just go to the main website and click under community, and then you can see all the cool builds that everybody is doing over at with HobbyLink International, and just on their own. So we're just all forum members, and it's basically a way of showing our work and being part of a wonderful community that's very supportive and just absolutely wonderful to. I'm just very happy to be a part of that community. So. Bergdus was saying I was muted, and I got all that sorted out, I believe. Morning, it's 6 p.m. For you, yes, Bergdus, for you, it is 6 p.m. So for me, it is 10 o'clock in the morning, so heading towards the afternoon here. And did he just swear at us? I could swear he said Monday. How rude. No space loot on here, unfortunately. When Kenny gets the live streams back up and running for HobbyLink International, then thankfully we can collect space loot. So if you don't know what that is, you got to go check out HobbyLink International, his YouTube channel as well, and you'll learn all about it, especially on the live streams. So those should be kicking back up here hopefully soon. And worst, I said happy Monday. Yes, I did. I swore at you guys. Bud is in the house. Hi, Bud. How's it going? Bud from Texas. I hope you're healing up well. Bud just had surgery on his, basically on his whole hip and a few other, I'm not sure the exact area where the surgery was, but keep your prayers out there for Bud and a very fast and good recovery. So we need to see him back at his workbench that he just finished building. So he's going to be printing a lot of cool stuff and hopefully building a lot of cool stuff very, very soon. Bergdus was saying, I can't wait to get overwhelmed with building a new cave. I hope so. And you know what? So I don't know when you're moving, if you've already moved or not, but it's very exciting because if you're not familiar with Bergdus's channel, head over there, check it out. She does a lot of amazing builds and a lot of the part works and stuff. And I always enjoy watching her videos because it's close up. I like having that camera close up, and just the joy that she puts into building them. So go check that out. And she'll be moving soon and getting a new cave basically to start building in. Everybody's saying hi to me, and Chris is in the house from HobbyLink International. How's it going, Chris? Thanks for joining me. I haven't figured out what's going on here. You know what? I don't think anybody else has either. I have a ton of stuff to discuss, so I'm trying to get through chat real quick and say hi to everybody, and then we're going to go bam right into these exciting things I have planned for you guys. Kenny, live stream, Kenny, and water. So if you're part of the community, you'll understand that. And Bud's, oh, it's your hip. Yes. So get well soon, Bud. I've definitely been praying for you. Top's been putting in exclamation point no loot. That's definitely what's happening here. No space loot for you. And Bergdus is moving in late May, so that's wonderful. I'm very excited for that. Close up with bad framing. You know what, Bergdus? It's I don't think it's bad. You do a wonderful job, and I extremely enjoy watching your videos just because they're different than everybody else's, and that's it's fun to watch. They never get old. So just sorry, my phone will go off anytime we get a fire call, just because it's programmed to alert me. And as you know, I can't go on calls right now because of my back and until I have surgery. So. And Kenny is part of the community, and I don't get it. That's funny. Yeah. We make fun of him all the time because he hasn't been doing live streams. So one of the first things I kind of wanted to go over today was I got an order from excuse me. Trying to remember Andy's Hobbies headquarters. That's right, because I had purchased a new model on Andy's, and it's over here. And we're going to possibly, if I can get my workbench cleared off, we're going to be going through this. This is from my understanding, a new mold, possibly, or a newer mold of the Tacom. I can't pronounce that. It's Saxon class frigate. It's a German ship. This is the newest, as in a newer class of ship that I will have ever built on the channel. And I saw it and just thought, you know what? It was on sale. I got it for about $32 from Andy's Hobbies headquarters, where everywhere else I was seeing this for a extreme amount of money. It was like $60, $70. So I'm very happy that I picked it up on sale, and it's a 1/350 scale. Very excited to build it. I'm not sure when I'll get to it. It'll be sometime this year, I'm sure, in the near future, actually, because this will be a fun side build to be doing just for fun. And it's part of DOS work as well. So we might get into unboxing this here a little bit later. If I don't do it today, I will be doing a separate unboxing video at some point. So in the meantime, yeah, no, actually, she doesn't know that I bought that. So part of that order was I've been very curious about the all-clad. This is the chrome, all-clad chrome, and I've seen Barbados Rex and a million other people use it. I need to get a black base for it, but I'm very curious to try this out and see how it does chroming wise, because for those of you that know, I'm going to do a little quick video here. So, of course, that is for the Ecto 1. And the Ecto 1, I went to film, I think it was maybe part 12 or 16 or something like that. And in the middle of filming it, I came to a screeching halt because I was very, very upset about the engine. And I decided I'm going to basically strip the entire engine down. A lot of it's metal, and I tried using Super Clean to strip this down. Super Clean didn't even touch it. So I think these might be powder coated on. So I'm going to end up using oven cleaner. And for those of you that have tried oven cleaner, you know it's very stinky and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a jar that's big enough, throw it in the jar with some oven cleaner and clean it all up so I can repaint it. Well, one of my biggest gripes about the Ecto 1 was the chrome. So that's where this will hopefully come into place, and I'm going to re-chrome everything that was chrome on that. And so I'll be sharing that experience with you guys on the channel. So that's kind of that little bit. What's the channel name for Bergdus? Here, let me see if I can put it into... let's see. I think I can put it into chat. I'm not entirely sure, but it's her name, Bergdus. I always want to say Nordahl. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Probably not. But youtube.com/user/BEGGI capital N North. And let me try to, there you go. Perfect. And I'll just put this link in there. And there is the link to Bergdus's YouTube channel. Perfect. And then Chris was asking if my wife knows about it. I don't think she's actually seen it yet. Because actually ordered another model that I'm going to be giving away on eventually to one of the giveaways on HobbyLink International. So I have a couple that I had already talked to Kenny about donating for a giveaway, and there's another one that I had just ordered specifically just for a giveaway, and that will be a big surprise coming later in the year. Kenny doesn't even know about it. So assuming he ever goes to start live streaming again. But let's see. All clad is stinky. Yes. So I've heard. I haven't opened it up yet. Haven't checked it out, but I definitely know that it is stinky. I'm going to share Bertus's link here for her YouTube channel. And that's my shout out to Bertus. Definitely worth checking out. I mean, it's one of those things where I like seeing different views and opinions and different people's builds and stuff on the part works, and also painting and doing stuff like that. So up here we had Chris asking, why am I repainting the engine of the Ecto 1? He's saying that the Cadillac engines were blue. Yes, but not the whole thing. The entire, okay, I put it away because I was so irritated with it. But actually, no, I didn't. Here it is. It's in the drawer. So, like, everything is blue. And I know for a fact that it wasn't all blue. And so, basically, I'm stripping stuff down and just painting it. And this is my model, Chris. I'm going to do whatever I want with it. So, yeah, that's kind of my thinking on that. And it's just the engine and the chrome that I have issues with. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. 1 second here, and I'm going to pull YouTube back up on my screen here and share the link for the Maker's Cave, because I really want you guys to, if you get the opportunity, to head over there and check out check out the video for the Eleanor or the Ecto 1. So I'll probably get flagged for posting all these in here, but you know what? I don't care. Screw YouTube. But yeah, there's the Maker's Cave. And Kenny's asking, is that metal or plastic? So believe it or not, with the Cadillac engine for the Ecto 1, a huge majority of it, I'd say about 75 to 80% of the engine is metal. So, and a lot of it is blue. Yeah, but I'm going to paint it to different colors, a couple of different colors of blue, and give it a little bit more flair, I guess you would say. And then the plastic parts are easy. I just need to kind of roughly sand them and then put some primer on them and paint them up. But the metal parts, I'm stripping them just because I feel like it. But yeah, that's basically that. And Burgess is saying, stop trying to make me want to paint my engine. You know, so she's also working on the Porsche 917, I think it is, or I'm probably butchering that, but it's the Porsche it's one of their famous race cars. And beautiful model, and all of the engine work and everything just is insane. And she just did a huge portion of the engine on that, and that the motor for that car is just massive. I think it's probably within about the same size, if not bigger, than the Cadillac for the Ecto 1. Paint it pink. Not this one, maybe another time. Pink Cadillac. Actually, you know what, Kenny, that would be unique and awesome, is if I did paint the Ecto 1, because frankly, my wife wants me to build it and sell it. But if I was to keep it, that would be kind of cool too. Instead of painting it white, having it white, paint the pink Cadillac in the Ghostbusters theme would be very, very cool. So Lewis is probably going to unfriend me now. That's okay. And for those of you that don't know, pink is not a word that we're allowed to use sometimes. So we call it off red whenever we're hanging out with Lewis. So Chris was saying you part work guys are weird. Yeah, it's with any model though, Chris. Let's take for instance, so I thought I had everything dialed in on the Land Rover. Well, I don't even know if I want it blue anymore. So this was the blue that it was gonna be, but I had a slight mistake on this side of it, and it was right here on the door. I'm lagging. Hopefully I'm still connected, guys. But yeah, that was weird. I lagged and I froze for a minute, but I'm back, hopefully. But yeah, so basically I had a small spot right here that I had kind of sanded down too much and it was black. And so I thought, you know what? Since we're at this point, I'm just going to start practicing and playing with some ideas. And these are aluminum bodies. They don't tend to rust, but they corrode, which can get a little bit of discoloration in it. But I thought this would be fun maybe to make this look like it's in a, what is happening? Just one second here. So, okay, it looks like we're still live. So, but yeah, I decided to start kind of playing with some color variations and looking like this had been sanded down. It looked really cool. And then Kenny, for you, I went back and did more of the door, but then I taped it off like maybe if this was in the shop, just working on these panels right there. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I was thinking about maybe changing the color, but 100% for sure, I decided to change the color of that little roof rack part that goes on the top of these. And so it's in super clean. It's been in super clean for almost 24 hours. So that's one thing I was thinking about, maybe trying to scrub some of that off and get all the paint off of it so that we can then repaint the roof rack. And then I was also going to paint this section of the roof because these are typically white. I haven't decided if I'm going to go with a different color or just do it white. More of an off-white. And one paint color, when I was building the Air Force One aircraft that I don't think I've released any footage of that yet, but I created this color that's kind of an off-white that I call airliner white. And this looks really cool. So I was thinking of maybe using it or painting it that color. The only problem is it's very glossy and I don't like the glossy part of it. So there is that, enough rambling about that. Top is saying my Ecto 1 engine is stock, no repainting done. Yeah, and that's totally fine. That whatever you choose to do with your model is fine. I'm one of those people that it just bugged me enough. I was like, screw it. Because at first when I was building it, I was like, I'm not going to do any extras to this. And that's kind of changed, especially if I'm going to build it and sell it. I want a quality model that somebody will be happy to purchase. So that's kind of my thinking on it. I'm going to be carpeting the whole interior and doing all that fun stuff. Burgess is up to 62 subs. So if you have not subbed to Burgess, head over there and give her a thumbs up and a subscribe. You are getting famous. That's right. And she's saying, thank you for the subs. I see you have your internet service. You know what, Kenny? What's so bizarre is this computer is the only one that is linked via cable to our internet, which is the router back on my bookshelf back there, or model shelf. And for some reason, that even cuts in and out. And I don't understand why. But then we have the 5G, which we have our laptop hooked up to, and then the TV. And those are the only things on 5G. But for some reason, the 5G drops signal more often than just the regular Wi-Fi, which is what our phones are on and tablets and things like that. I don't get it. It's just, it's one of those weird things. But yeah, it's kind of annoying at times. For the most part, though, the TV, which I think my wife set it up so it'll bounce back and forth. So whatever is producing a signal, it'll be grabbing that signal. Burgess was saying my 917 has 8 cylinders so far. Going to add the last 4 in the next video coming very soon. So it is actually bigger than the Cadillac engine. Chris saying, put it away and build a tank. Exactly. So it's currently up on, oh man, I think it's up on this shelf above the workbench. I can't really show you guys, but I put some shelves up here for all the works in progress because the other shelf that I had them on was getting full. I did the map the other day, and I have think currently almost 20 in progress builds right now. So we're getting there. The Land Rover's almost done. I'm crossing my fingers to get it done this week. So yep. It was, I think my internets, they were messing up. The VC25s are kept super clean. Nice. And Dexter's Crafter is in the house. Good evening, Kalan, and everyone in chat. Hello, Nat. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I know it's getting later in the afternoon. Lewis is most likely asleep because he has to work early in the morning. But thanks so much for joining me. Always good to see you. And get a new Ethernet cable. It probably should. And everybody is subbing to Bergdus, which is great news. And Top is saying, between time spent building and the cost of the model, I'm curious what you will get for the Ecto 1. In my mind, it would be extremely pricey. I don't know. You have to find that right person. So a lot of the part work builds, because my wife has told me that I'm not keeping them, and the Bismarck's an exception until I build my 1-200 trumpeter Bismarck, and then I will probably be selling that and then keeping my trumpeter version. So that's kind of the plan there. And frankly, I don't care what I get out of it. I just want somebody to enjoy it, and just have something really nice visually to look at and enjoy. The 917 has a flat engine, correct. Buck proved you don't have to know what you're doing to build a tank. Everybody's saying hi to Nat and each other. D is in the house. Good evening, Kalan. Hope you're well, my friend. Very much so. Thank you, D. Always good to see you. Thanks for popping in, and I hope you are doing well as well. And thanks to Dexter and Bergdus saying thank you to everybody for subscribing to her channel. And Nat saying hello to Chris. And Top was saying, I started my first tank ever yesterday. I'll have to go back. I haven't had a chance to actually check out the live stream, Top, so I'll have to go and check that out. Kenny say you need to lay down the law, brother. Oh man. And Nat was saying you made a good start, Buck. Yeah, I'll have to go and check that out. So with that said, I did break out so my wife got a new hair dryer. So this is now my permanent possession, I guess, in my little work area. But I brought out the hair dryer because if you remember right, when I first started doing all of these live streams, the Monday live streams, I thought I'd start by building this guy right here. So this is part of the base for the Mr. Spock. And I was having trouble with these branches, or not the branches, the roots. This one was sticking up here like that, and this one didn't want to seat at all. And it's a terrible fit because they have areas cut out for them to go. And so I finally managed to break out the hair dryer, get this ready to basically start painting. But first I want to fill in a few areas, and then where the tree connects, it's just an awful fit. So it's going to fill that in and then rescribe in the bark and or whatever that is, all the lines that are in that. And then this will go to getting primed later on this week. And I do see there's this area down here. I might try to fill that in with some form of material, and then get this all primed up and ready to go, and get Mr. Spock primed up so that we can start painting. And I'll be most likely doing some of these again on the live streams for you guys. So let's get that out of the way and head down to the workbench real quick, and just going to get caught up on chat here. Let's see. Kenny was saying, sending a package to the UK, my English friends, Monmouthshire is a county or city. Hate filling out this paperwork. So that is so true. So I've had to send a bunch of different packages to the UK. And at first I was very, very confused. Like I sent World of Wayne something one time, and it was the first time kind of seeing that postal codes and how they do all the paperwork. But thankfully the post office was helpful with that. Now kind of what I do, if I can get away with it, I purchase the item from that country, and then just have it shipped directly to that person's house. It's a lot faster. Like when I send Lewis stuff, like if I purchase it over there and have it shipped, it shows up in like the next day, which is just crazy, because here I could order something that's here in California and it takes 4 or 5 days for it to show up, which is just ridiculous. I was saying, doing good to D, hope you're well. And Burgess saying Shire should be a county, and Nat confirming that it's a county, Kenny. Top would say 3 hours, 2 sprockets, 2 idler heels, and painted with Sharpie, about 16 road wheels, long way to go. Yeah, the tank that I'm doing, I don't, it's buried amongst some stuff, and it's a Sherman tank, I think. It's the M4A3, and I will be putting that on the channel eventually. I do have the first part of that filmed, but it is taking forever. Some more thank yous. Our addresses are definitely easier than the US. For you guys. For us, it's a little bit different. Sending over our board, so I have no choice but to send it. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, I'll just do another quick shout out for HobbyLink International. They do produce boards for various different kits. And for instance, if you're buying the new Grissom board or the new Grissom model, they already have a Grissom board for that, for the lighting. And so if you head over to HobbyLink International, these might be sold out at the moment, but I do know that Spencer was going to work on building some more. And so those aren't the only ones. You also have airplane boards right there. And I bought this one specifically for the SR-71. I'm not really sure how well it's going to work, because I don't think there were very many lights on the SR-71 to begin with, but I'm going to play around with it and see. And I definitely will be getting more of the aircraft boards, because I do like lighting up the aircraft. Sprue Brothers, 120 miles away, takes 3 to 5 days. Yeah, I order from Sprue Brothers quite a bit. One other thing I wanted to talk about today was spraygunner.com. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Spray Gunner, I've been using them as a new airbrush person, or person that is getting into airbrushing. They have been a lifesaver for the most part. All of their employees, if you email them or call them on the phone, every single one of their employees, it doesn't matter what department they work in or how new they are or how long they've been with the company, they know their stuff and they don't BS you. If they don't know, they will find somebody that knows the answer to your question and send you to them. and their videos on YouTube and Facebook have been so beneficial to my attempts at airbrushing, and I've become a better airbrusher for that. And so one thing that I didn't realize, because I've been such a loyal customer to Spray Gunner, the other day I've been needing a couple of different things, and I've been wanting to get some quick disconnects for my Posh Talon, or Poche, whatever you want to say, Talon airbrush. And so I ended up going on and ordering them. And while I was on the website, I noticed they have, and it's limited to only a certain number of members, but spraygunner.com has a membership that it's a yearly membership. You just apply for it for 1 year. They don't recharge you unless you want to become another member again, or renew it, I guess I should say. So they don't auto renew. You just have to keep an eye on it and renew every single year. And so I was kind of reading some people's comments about the membership, and the cool thing is you already, on top of their great savings, you get some other savings as well. And so basically I decided, okay, screw it, I'm just going to join the membership, and my package is on the way with the stuff that I ordered, but I also get a free item with becoming a member. And I don't know what that item is yet, but I've been told it pays for the membership just right off the bat. So I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed and hoping maybe it's a different airbrush. So we'll see. But again, the membership is only open to a certain amount of people. So once they hit that cutoff, they'll cut it off, because it is in beta. It's kind of a testing thing that they're doing. But there's my little thing on Spray Gunner that I wanted to talk about. Nat was saying, I don't know why you guys have numbers at the bottom of your addresses. I don't know. It's really, usually it's like a phone number maybe, but the last part of the address is the postal zip code, which is, like, for me, it's 96097. And that just tells the post office what area you're actually in. Burgess was saying, I ordered some micro crystal clear to my hotel in London. Got there in 1 day, took the hotel another day to find it. Kaylin is earning some space loot today with all. Oh, yes! More space loot, please. So without going into the real world, but I think it's tank season now. Indeed. Yep, they are now sold out. Last one going. Oh, that's for the Grissom board. Last one's going to the UK. So HobbyLink International will be getting Spencer to make some more boards. And D was saying, no spoilers on the SR71, please. All right, you got it, buddy. I don't know when I'm going to build it either. I kind of haven't really decided. So it'll be coming at some point, if not late this year, probably early next year, because I'm kind of waiting to. I also want to get the Red Fox interior for it. What's your wife going to do with that stuff after you have an accident from buying it? Yeah, I don't know. She's actually happy right now because our tax return showed up, and because I was out so much this year from work, I got more money back than I usually do. So she's actually happy because that goes into our new roof fund for the house. So she isn't beating me up yet. And Steve's at the house, totally scale models evening. The board for the Grissom, how much was it and what does it do? Kenny, I will let you answer that. I believe the board's only $20, but you have to supply the LEDs and stuff. And I know you have a load of you basically have everything I think you need to make the board work. So I'll let Kenny answer that for you. But definitely makes it easier if you're not a Arduino person or building the thing itself. Chris is saying Spray Gunner kicks butt. Yes, they do. I absolutely love Spray Gunner, and they've been actually very supportive of me as well. I did win the Christmas draw, so I got the Wicked Createx Wicked colors, the full pack of it, which was really awesome. I still have yet to try them out. I'm going to hopefully do that this week. Nat saying very similar to us. In the letter, our numbers are matched to local postal distribution center and how far you are from it. Yeah, that's basically similar. Burgess said, I got an idea for extra lighting board for the ladder 9. No idea if ever finish it. Yeah, I've actually been talking to a few different people about that, and my understanding is that any additional lighting that we might want to do, we're going to pretty much have to do it on our own. I don't know if Partwork Upgrades is going to produce anything additional for the lighting. I know they're going to add, or they're going to be adding a power box so that you can use the wall outlet instead of burning through a million batteries. And then Chloe over at Model Mods, I don't know again if she's going to be producing any additional lighting packs, but I definitely am curious to see what you do, Bergdus, because I have some ideas as well, and it should be a lot of fun to try those out. Dirk's in the house. New Grissom board makes things go blinky blinky. Yes, they do, and it's all kind of Spencer had programmed it to basically a certain version of the Grissom, so they flash kind of matching that idea. Seen Prime Model Works vid one, but haven't watched anyone else's. Yours or the World of Wayne's. Yeah, I haven't. The only thing I did was the unboxing, and I did that on a live stream, so it was a lot of fun to kind of see the quality of it. But I've heard a lot of negative things about the build, so that scares me a little bit. I'm sorry. Hopefully that's not a spoiler, D. But yeah, it's all what you want to make it, because it's all about the time and effort that you put into it. So, Wicked colors are nice, but the pigment is a bit large. I noticed that so I haven't sprayed it yet, because the Wicked colors I think you can spray them, but I don't know if you can hand brush them. If you know if you can hand brush them, Muse, I will try. But yeah, they are very crisp and very vibrant colors. Steve from the Maker's Cave is saying, I want to make the rear brakes work on ladder 9. That would be cool. And Mark's Mods and Horlicks have a show on Arduino lighting and programming. Yeah. So for those of you that I'll lose space loot for this, but for those of you that don't know, Mark's Mods and Horlicks, they have been working together to train, kind of do a training video on how to use Arduino, doing programming, things like that, and a few other aspects of like the Arduinos and what you can do with them. And it's been very, very informative. And they do it once a week. I believe it was on Wednesdays. I can't remember. But if you're curious about learning the Arduino and those different things that you can do with it, head over there and check that out. Dirk is saying, sorry if I was too technical in my description of the Grissom board. You were. Yeah, I think you lost a few people there. Burgess say the brake lights on the ladder 9 do work in the Agora video. So yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to actually try to make the disc brakes work. So that'll be interesting. There's some running lights that aren't lit up, and I'd like to light those running lights and make sure that they work, because it just adds more to the model, I think. Muse was saying, I haven't tried to hand brush, but they are nice to spray. Cool. I'll be checking that out. My samples are empty though, so I can't test brush any painting. Wednesday at 7, D says. So Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I think is that UK time? Chris was saying you need the Createx thinners and add-ins to really make the Wicked work well. Correct. So Spray Gunner, being how awesome they are, they added the 4011. It's 4011 is the spraying thinner or whatever you need for the Createx colors. And I don't have it on the Workbench. It's over at the paint booth. So yeah, that's what they had recommended to use for it, and I'm curious to try it out and see how well it works. Kenny was saying, nah, no losing space load. Our customers want pre-made, pretty much plug and play. Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the benefits, I guess, of the, still haven't used them, the HobbyLink International boards. I haven't used them yet, but it's basically just, yeah, you plug it in with everything else that you need and all your wire leads and all that, and there you go. Bergdus is saying, I know the basics of Arduino, hence why my board will be Arduino based. That's, yeah. And that's something I just wanted to learn it. We did something similar in high school back in 1998. And we had to create a couple of different boards for things. And it was definitely a lot of fun. So I look forward to playing around with Arduino. And Jay is in the house. Hi, Jay. How's it going? Thanks for joining us today. Hiya, Kalan. Hope you are okay. And hiya, everyone is okay as well. Hope everyone is okay as well. So welcome to the live stream. Happy Monday, Jay. Good to see you. And Chris is saying, find Createx Colors Co. on YouTube. The bald guy is great at teaching. Now it's saying hi to Jay. And good evening, my friend, was D. Harris's comment. So, yeah, I'm going to, I think we said we were going to do this like a long time ago, but I'm going to switch down to the other camera here. And Muse, just real quick, that's something I'd like to learn too, but I'm just as happy with plug and play. Yeah. Let's flip down to the Workbench here real quick. And so I've got a lot kind of going on at the moment. The Workbench is littered with the Land Rover, and I was thinking I need to tape some more stuff off of this and just kind of get it ready to go. The engine for the most part is ready. I still haven't cleared everything, but here is that little section of the roof rack. And I'm going to bring over a tray just because I don't want to make a mess. And we'll put on some gloves here. And yes, Chris, just for you, they're not really white, but they're kind of white. I'm going to put on some gloves just because I don't want sorry about that. It looked like I was buffering again, but we are back online, hopefully. And let me refresh this. Yep, so we are good, it says. Maybe. There we go. And I need to grab my handy dandy toothbrush, and we're just going to try, without breaking anything, scrub this. What I might actually need to do too is just refresh this super clean. The paint's actually coming off fairly nicely on the roof rack here. But my main concern is this section of the roof, and it's coming off. I know I'm just going to make a mess here. So this is the first time I've actually ever used the super clean to attempt this, and pretty happy so far with the result. I've seen a lot of different people, like Kenny over at HobbyLink International swears by it, and it works wonders for him. The thing is this primer has been on this car for probably a little over a year, and I do see the areas that I used the chrome, it's not really a chrome, it's more of an aluminum color. For some reason, those are coming up, the paint's coming off really nicely. And again, the base of this is white, and looks like we're actually getting down all the way down. So the primer that I had used on this was Stynylrez, and it did its job. I mean, it like I said, usually you can strip paint with super clean. From my understanding, you can strip it off in just like maybe an hour, sometimes even 20 minutes. But this has been having to sit in here for almost 24 hours just to penetrate that Stynylrez. So huge fan of Stynylrez. Certain colors of the primer more than others, but I'm happy with how this is starting to look. So then we'll just go back, reprime it, and then I'm going to paint it white. So instead of, I think the black primer, what I'll use is the gray, because I don't have any white. There we go. It just needed some TLC. I asked Kenny this morning, actually, I think it was last night, I had asked him about how long I need to let it sit, and he said use a toothbrush on it, and he's absolutely right. Just give it that gentle touch in certain areas like here, because I don't want to break these rails. And I was worried about the glue separating, but as you can see, everything is held on very nicely. So I'm real happy with that. It hasn't seemed to have softened the plastic. That was another concern that I had, was it softening the plastic. But it doesn't seem to have done any of that, and we're getting right back down. It's going to have to, this area obviously is still a little stuck, but now that we've gotten that one layer off, if I let this sit in here maybe for another hour or so, this will all be able to just remove very easily, I think. So definitely appreciate everybody's input with using different products and stuff for or products for cleaning these. Everybody kind of has a different opinion on it. I've tried to use just letting it soak in alcohol, and for some reason that takes forever. So you could have it sitting there for a month, but then it's going to start eating the plastic. And it seems like it just doesn't quite get it all. The super clean's a great, fairly inexpensive technique because you can just buy it at any automotive store or at Walmart. And like I said, for the engine, when I stripped the metal engine for the Ecto 1, I'm going to be using oven cleaner, and that can tend to get a little stinky. And I've been told you don't want to keep plastic parts in oven cleaner for very long, but it strips it very quickly. If you're thinking about trying that for plastic parts, I'm a little nervous, so I don't want to use the oven cleaner for plastic parts, but I will be using it again for the metal parts of the engine for the Ecto 1. And I'm hoping I just got some more parts for the Ecto 1, and those are kind of piling up. I also got pack 3 for the Bismarck, and so that's got a lot of decking in it. And as you guys know, if you've been following the channel, I am repainting the entire deck. And so that's like going to take a little bit of time on my part for that, because it is very time consuming, and the way that I like to paint decking and weather it up. So going to get started on that, and then hopefully in a couple of, probably about a month, we'll be on to pack 3. But the Bismarck is definitely coming along very nicely. So I'm going to just finish kind of brushing this area here, and then I'm going to let it soak for probably another hour or so, and then come back and finish scrubbing it off. That should be all it needs. Peel off my white glove here, Chris. White-ish. And then this is another thing that I also got from Spray Gunner. It's because I was having trouble with the Vallejo, and it's not really focusing, but it's their retarder, the airbrush color, premium airbrush color retarder, and it's water based. And so I haven't tried this yet with the primer. So I will try it with the primer and see if that does it any better, because I had a lot of trouble spraying the Vallejo primer. It would clog up my airbrush all the time, and it drove me nuts. So I kind of quit using it. So they recommended trying some of that. Also on the regular colors, just using this to hand brush with, even if you need to thin it down a little bit, and then airbrushing the colors as well. So definitely curious about trying some of this stuff out. And as a lot of you know, my favorite two Vallejo colors, one is natural steel, and then I also have the oily steel, which is by far my favorite go-to. There's a lot of the oily steel on the undercarriage here for the Land Rover. And this is pretty much all ready to get clear coated, and then I'll be putting everything together hopefully this week. So, and then this is the last thing. Let's talk about one more thing today. And I was watching Dirk's Pneumophiles, and Dirk is in the house today, hopefully still in chat. But he had made a comment in a video that he was doing, and if you haven't seen it, I think it was for the Yorktown. Go and check out Dirk's Pneumophiles, and the build he did for the Yorktown was insane. But he had mentioned taking a beer can or a soda can and just creating your own photo etch. And this is the perfect thickness. It works really well. So what I did was my wife drinks Pepsi like nonstop. And so I took one of her Pepsi cans, cleaned it up, cut off the top and the bottom, and then the only problem is it's hard to keep straight and straighten out. So I might look for some tips and tricks on how to kind of make this lay smoother without bending it or distorting the metal. Excuse me, but as you can see, I cleaned everything up, sanded it all down, got all that the paint off of it, and I plan on trying to use this to create some photo etch pieces in the near future for a few different builds that I'm working on. So thank you, Dirk, for that awesome little tidbit. And he does amazing work with literally everything he does. He won't admit it, but he is a darn good modeler. Absolutely amazing stuff. So that is pretty much all I've got for you guys. I'm going to head back to chat, finish off chat, and then I think we will call it an evening. I do have a few things I need to get ready for our training tonight at the fire hall, and I am going to be cooking. Since I can't participate, I will be making dinner for everybody, so I need to work on my menu and kind of go shopping and do stuff like that. So let's head over to chat. I'm going to answer a few questions here real quick and read some comments, and then we'll call it a day. Let's see. Top had to take off. That's okay. Oh, and Burgess was saying that she needs to work on some plastic models later this year. Yes, you do, and you do amazing work. So, in fact, Burgess, I would highly recommend, because if you're not a member of HobbyLink International, the community and the forum, come over there and join the community, because not only can you share all of your work, and it can be all the part works. It doesn't have to be plastic models. You can share anything you'd like and be a member of the community and the forum and share your work. And so please, Burgess, I urge you to head over to the community, and you can also kind of check out everybody else's work and become a part of the family, I guess you would say. So In fact, everybody in here, if you're not a member of HobbyLink International, I highly, highly urge you to do so, because it is one of the best forums and communities out there in the modeling world. So come over, and they always make you feel appreciated. There is no rivet counters there to nitpick your work. So if you're a rivet counter, be nice. If you join our community, be nice, because Kenny won't handle any bad comments and stuff. So anyways, let's see. A lot of little banter here. Sorry if I missed it. Try to get through this real quick. Kenny was saying, wash that thing really good. Make sure all the super clean is off. I will do. In fact, as I do with everything, I'll put it in some warm water with dish soap, and then I use the toothbrush on everything again. So thank you for that advice. Super Clean has never removed the glue or Bondo or anything I strip on anything I strip. That's good to know. Well, I guess lunch is over. Have a good one, everybody. Take care, Chris. Thank you for stopping by. And he leaves with the hashtag leave the engine blue for those of you. And alcohol is super slow and will debond the glue if you're not careful. That's what I thought. Burgess, try paint off for the metal parts. Yeah. I'm assuming that is a product. So I wonder if we have that here. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. Some of these things will also cause the plastic to melt or become very brittle. You really need to be mindful of what you use. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Muse. So I was waiting to try the Super Clean because I've heard good things about it and it doesn't damage it. Dirk was saying, I've had parts and oven cleaner for over a week without any problems. That's good to know. That's crazy. So because I've heard the opposite. DOT brake fluid works well too, but too many baths will ruin the plastic. Yeah, I've actually had brake fluid melt plastic before. So Dee was saying, sorry I missed the start, but I'm going to have to head on. I'll see you next time, and stay well, mate. Thank you, Dee. You take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Muse is saying natural steel is my fave go-to for car frames. Yeah, I love that natural steel. That it just, and the Vallejo, the oily steel, it would almost work really well on gun barrels and stuff too for your battleships and stuff. But I use the Vallejo. What is it called? It's like gunmetal, I think, is what I typically use on my guns and cannons and stuff. Dirk was saying it has to be a beer can, otherwise it won't work. Nope, no problem here. Kenny say, watch your fingers. And I was playing with the metal. And Ian, how is it going? Ian, thank you so much for stopping by. Ian is, of course, the owner of Partwork Upgrades and the currently one and only sponsor for my channel over at not Buy Me a Coffee, but on Patreon. So thank you so much, Ian, for all the work and support that you do. And take care. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. I know it's hard. You have a lot on your plate, buddy. So thanks for when you can stop in. And who is this Dirk you speak of? Kenny asks. We all know the Dirk. And a few more people saying hi to Ian and hi back and later. Marcy had to take off. Take care, Marcy. Thank you so much. Back to work today. No more vacay. And Burgess was saying, I'll have a look into that. Thanks. Yeah, please do. It's kind of helped me too, because everybody is so supportive over there at HobbyLink International, and Kenny is involved. Kenny is so involved, and he's kind of the madman behind the whole HobbyLink International. So definitely a pleasure to be able to talk to him and everybody else. And you can also join on Discord. if you're a member of the community and become a Discord member. And it's all free. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to enter anything. You don't have to enter any of the builds. You can if you would like. Kind of work at your own pace, do whatever you do, and post your stuff on the forum. And to be honest, I get more hits on the HobbyLink International forum than I do on Facebook. So definitely worth the while. So Ian saying hi to Kenny, and Kenny saying oily steel rules. I agree. It is my favorite go-to for Vallejo. So with all of that, I do want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. It has been a lot of fun, and I am really starting to enjoy these live streams a lot, and I hope you guys are too. And I thank each and every one of you for coming back and joining me on these live streams, because it is so much fun. So I'm going to take care, Ian. Thank you so much for popping in. I'm going to go ahead and do my little outro here. And thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you next time.